Okay, what is up, guys? I am here today to bring to you 4 NBA narratives that are constantly talked in the media that simply aren't true and just need to be stopped. So, starting off, number one, LeBron James is the best player in the league. I know it's not true. Anybody that's seen him play the past couple of years on a regular basis knows it's not true. Anybody who's really been paying attention, a simple eye test will tell you that LeBron James is not the best player in the league. And why he is not the best player in the league is because people like Kawhi Leonard exist. People like Kevin Durant exist. Think about this. If you had put Kawhi Leonard on that same Lakers team,
remember to like and subscribe.
I'm very, very sure he would have got a lot more results than what LeBron got with that same team. If you put Kawhi Leonard on the exact same Cavaliers team that LeBron James was on, when he had Derrick Rose, he had Dwayne Wade. When Dwayne Wade had a really good playoff run that year, he still had Kevin Love. He still had a pretty solid team. He had a team that was capable of going somewhere if they had a system that was not the LeBron James system. And if you don't know what the LeBron James system is, I will make a video breaking that down. Even though it's quite simple, LeBron has the ball in his hands 24/7, and he plays with the mindset of an NBA 2K My Player. He plays with the mindset of, I want the ball in my hand and I want to get credit for everything that happens on the court. So I make a pass, I want an assist from it, and I honestly don't even want to make that pass unless I get an assist from it. I gotta make sure my shooting percentage is dropping because I'm shooting mid-rangers and threes right now. Let me drop my head and drive to the basket so I can get that up real quick. He has a lot of my player tactics, and I know this because I play 2K, and every time I'm watching LeBron, I'm like, this is me right here. 28, 8, and 8. Oh, let me get these couple assists, get mine. Know what I mean? I know he moves with the intention of getting stats, not championships, because I'm very sure at this point in his career, he knows that the way he plays currently is not going to win against a team that moves the ball and just has the focal point of an offense. These days, you're going to have to be able to play off ball, I feel like, to a certain extent. Kawhi Leonard he gets a lot of his buckets ISO, and he can play on the ball really good. But if you watched him play, he's a plug-and-play type player. You can plug him into any system. He's going to be able to fit in because he does not demand the ball 24/7. And when the ball is in Kawhi's hands, it's because his teammates trust to pass on the ball in those situations, not because I brought the ball down the court and I'm gonna dribble the air out the ball till there's 8 seconds left on the shot clock, wait for somebody to come off a screen and pass him the ball. So he's just not the best player in the league. Kevin Durant too, he can fit into any system, which he has proven. He's proven it with Golden State. He fit in with a bunch of people that play off the ball for the most part. He was able to play off the ball. He was able to fit into that system. I don't think LeBron James would have went to Golden State and had the same results as Kevin Durant. I'm just being honest. He might have, because a lot of shooters, a lot of people. Yeah, I take that back, but still, Kevin Durant is clearly better than LeBron. I don't care what anybody says. LeBron is offensively limited. Can you give LeBron the ball and he can get you a bucket in any way at any time? You get Kawhi Leonard the bucket, he can get you a bucket driving in the lane. He can drive just as good as LeBron. His strength is just as good as LeBron on the drive. Watch some Kawhi Leonard highlights. He can get you a bucket in the paint. He can post up and hit you with a post fade. He can hit you with a mid range. He can hit you from anywhere on the court, really. While LeBron, you give him the ball, depending on where it even is in the game, he might not even want to get a bucket in the way he's best at getting the bucket, which is driving to the basket, because he's going to be at the free throw line where he sucks at free throws, and he said he sucks at free throws. LeBron said himself, I suck at free throws. So therefore, at certain points in the game, his best option of getting a bucket is not even there, so he's looking to pass. There's a good amount of flaws in LeBron James' game. No, this is not to say he's a bum. This is the problem with you LeBron James fans. Whenever anybody points out a weakness in his game, you say that we're hating or that we're trying to say he's trash. No, I feel like he's third best player in the league right now. That's how I feel, and it's close for that third. Anthony Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo are right on his heels, you know, and they might be better. It's currently, based off what I seen last year, I might even have to say Anthony Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo are better than LeBron, but I'm not going to go as far as to say something like that, but right on his heels, that is the safest thing to say. So that's number one. LeBron is not currently the best player in the league. Put that narrative to rest.
Yo, remember to like and subscribe.
Celtics are better without Kyrie. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, if the Celtics are better without Kyrie Irving, can somebody please explain to me why, before Kyrie got injured, when the season first started, they had better chemistry than when Kyrie came back? Can you guys please explain this to me? And they were also a better team than that playoff run that they had. And that playoff run that they had, where they lost to LeBron, it's a very overrated playoff run. Let's get that started. The East was weak. Okay, you beat Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. That task in that year, it's pretty impressive. But I feel like most elite teams would have gotten past that, you know. And it was impressive for a young squad like them to do that, but it went to their head. Because look, Kyrie Irving and the Celtics were way better. They went on an 18-win streak. There was a point when the season started where they were unstoppable. I was like, oh my God, Kyrie is proving them wrong. He's playing. I feel like the way he was playing was perfect. The way everybody else was playing, they were playing like 3-and-D guys that were just like, they weren't looking to establish themselves. But what I seen after Kyrie came back was everybody is looking to establish themselves as that guy. But that was not the best approach if you wanted a championship. Kyrie was already that guy, and I feel like the players in Brooklyn are more suited for the way he plays. Everybody else on the Celtics wanted to play Kyrie's game. They wanted to play ISO. The best way to let Kyrie be Kyrie, LeBron learned is just, let this guy get buckets. Let him do him. Oh, man. So, Celtics better without Kyrie, negative. It was a lot of ego issues in the locker room. Not to say that he didn't have anything to do with it, but to say that he's a bum because of one bad playoff run, can't really say that's the case. And the reason I say that their playoff run was overrated, because look, you guys lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to a team that later on got swept in the finals. LeBron's team got swept in the finals. That means, let's say LeBron was on the West Coast and encountered them in the second round, the first round, like a lot of these teams on the West, or even the third round, like James Harden continues to do. That means that LeBron would have got swept and never made it to the finals. That means that the Celtics without Kyrie was a team that wouldn't have made it anywhere if they were in the West in the first place. So they weren't good, but it went to their head because they did good against LeBron, who also isn't. That team wasn't built like that. The team wasn't built like that. LeBron is not that guy. Just slap him on the team. Oh, instant contender. LeBron is not that guy. He's not that guy no more.
Yo, remember to like and subscribe.
The next narrative that needs to be stopped is Clippers won't be better than the Lakers. That makes absolutely no sense. The Lakers will be good, but come on, man. The Clippers, y'all are asleep. Lou Williams, an elite point guard. Now, he's not a starter. Who cares if he comes off the bench, dog? It don't matter when you start. He averaged about 26 minutes a game. Don't matter if you started with the starting lineup, you're still playing. They got a big three over there. You got Patrick Beverly. You got defensive monsters. Kawhi played defense like his mom gonna dive if you don't stop the ball. You know what I mean? Paul George, they the LeBron stoppers. You know what I mean? They got Montrezl Harrell. He's a real solid defender. The offense is gonna be flowing. I know it, dog. They not gonna have nobody dribbling the air out of the ball. They not gonna, dog. Y'all sleeping on the Clippers, and it's mainly the LeBron fanboys. They're just mad that Kawhi didn't ruin the league like LeBron wanted him to. Because if Kawhi went to the Lakers, let's just face it, the league would have been ruined. It would have been just 3 years of just easy championships, nobody being able to contend, and it would have been because of Kawhi and AD, and partly LeBron. But I feel like LeBron would. It wouldn't have been. He would have took all the credit, that's for sure. I'm not going to say he didn't put in the work, but he would took a lot of the credit. Big respect for Kawhi. We got people in the league that actually have the guts to stand up and not just lie down and just get easy championships. We got people that actually have a competitive spirit, because this is a game. This is a game. When you play a game, who wants to not be challenged? LeBron doesn't want to be challenged, because he doesn't care about the game. He cares about his stats and his narrative. It's like, all right, let me get in here and make sure my narrative is good. I need to be able to say I'm better than Jordan, even though I'm offensively limited. I can't score anywhere on the court. I've been to the finals 9 times and only brought the chip home 3 times. You know, Jordan can't never say none of these things about himself. Jordan can't say I suck at free throws. Jordan can't say put me in the mid-range and block off the paint. I might not be able to do nothing. No, he's not. Moving on. The next narrative, Kawhi did not deserve the title this year. Alright, if we're going to go that far, let's say the Warriors did not deserve to go to the finals in 2017 because Kawhi clearly got injured against the Warriors, and it was looking like Kawhi was going to beat the Warriors with the Spurs that year. It was looking that way based off how things were going, but who knows? But that is the point. Who knows? Injuries happen. You need to capitalize off injuries when they do happen. And if you do capitalize off that injury and come home with the chip, you deserve the chip. James Harden, for example, let's say he didn't capitalize this year. I think Klay Thompson might have went out the last couple games against him. I don't know, I might be tripping. No, he went out against the Raptors. But KD was out. He did not capitalize and bring home the chip. Now, let's say if he did win that game, would y'all be saying, oh, well, he didn't deserve it because KD was out? Like, it's just stupid narrative. Like, y'all probably would be saying that, to be honest, but it's stupid narrative. They don't got no control of it. All they have control over is going out and doing the job they were supposed to do, which is win, regardless. Forget everything else, just win. And that's what he did. So why is he getting criticized? And then before that all happened, he had the best playoff run, one of the best playoff runs in his leading up to that point. So what if he had one easy? So he had 2 easy rounds. Okay, cool. 2 easy rounds. 2 easy rounds. That's great. Now think about it this way. How many easy rounds has LeBron had? Tons of them. Kawhi had to go through the whole gauntlet to get to that point. He had to face the Sixers in 7 games. Hard-fought victory, and won by hitting one of the clutchest shot in NBA history. It's just facts. It don't matter how lucky it is. Don't matter. It went in. He made that shot. And don't matter. You can't say it's luck, dog. It's not luck. How many times have these NBA players put up that same exact shot in a practice? That practice done paid off. Of course, some luck paid into it. It bounced and went in. But, dog, he made the shot. Who cares? Dog, his stats throughout the whole series matched up with the W's he was getting. It's not a situation where, oh, he's getting these stats but he's losing. No, he's got W's. He went up against Milwaukee and beat them 4 games in a row. They solved the Greek freak problem of how we gonna stop Giannis. They solved that, and he's on a team that doesn't even have superstars. He has all-stars. He doesn't have superstars to run with him, and he did it. The Bucks would have gave the Warriors a good run for their money. The Bucks would have gave the Rockets a good run for their money, and I don't even know if the Warriors or the Rockets might have even been. I don't know if they have the size for it. I really don't. We don't know. All we know is that Kawhi did his thing this year, and he won the chip and saved us from a couple boring years of the NBA by not going to the Lakers. And all he's getting is hate, and it is ridiculous. This is exactly why I don't watch sports media too often, because it's very obvious that they're trying to push a specific narrative every time. They try to come from this duality type of standpoint to where they're like, to where they're pretty much telling you, this guy is on this side, this guy is on this side. We're going to argue about it. And neither one of them probably believe their standpoints. I don't believe that Shannon Sharp actually thinks that LeBron is the GOAT. I think that's just like a gimmick. Keep people coming back, because nothing he says makes sense. I haven't heard Shannon Sharp make sense for argument why LeBron is the GOAT ever. Never. Not one time. So, yeah, NBA media is stupid. Kevin Durant is right.
Yo, remember to like and subscribe.